Well, I've got to be honest, I didn't think I'd be paying 650k for a left-back tonight, but here we are. Welcome to this Road to the Final Alphonso Davies Player review. I'm kind of excited about this one, to be honest, because like defenders in this game, like normally I don't like to review them too often, but when I do review them, they're normally pretty good cards, and I'm expecting this Davies to be absolutely brilliant. I love his non-inform in this year's game. I think it's one of the best fullbacks there are available, so a boosted version of this card I think is going to be very, very good. And this is obviously going to be a card to keep an eye on as well, because it's a live item. Bayern Munich are pretty much already through in their group, so this card is very likely to be getting quite a few upgrades throughout the year. So let's talk about this item. 4-star, 4-star, pretty freaking nice. High medium work rates as well, standard for a attacking fullback. Nothing to discuss really in the traits, but there's plenty to talk about in the attributes. The pace column is obviously brilliant. In game, we are expecting him to be absolutely rapid, and I'm sure he will be. The physicals are quite nice. Good stamina of 82, decent-ish strength of 77, and nice aggression of 80. And then defensively, it's good to see nice stand tackle of 81, 83 slide tackle, and 18 interceptions, all of which are going to be boosted by the Sentinel Chem Star, which we have indeed applied. Like, yeah, you could go with Anchor if you wanted to like max out his pace, but let's be honest, there's no need for that. Put a Sentinel on him, that's definitely the right chem style for him. He's also got insane dribbling for a defender, and his passing also looks to be a very good standard. And even saying that, the shooting for a left back is also very, very good. Definitely wouldn't play him as a striker, but for a left back to have 70 finishing, that's definitely not too bad, is it? He probably can score if given the opportunity. Also, you could probably use this guy as a left mid, so yeah, plenty of options with this item. Let's get in some games anyway, and let's test him out. But just before we do that, if you could leave a like rating on the vid, that'd be great. And in the comments below, let me know your thoughts on the item, and also who else you want me to do a video on. Okay, game number 1, we are up against this. My opponent clearly likes his SBCs because he's got Ansu Fati and Witsel in the starting 11. Also a very strong backline, and it's actually going to be an interesting battle because we've got Alphonso Davies at left back, and he might be up against an Adama Traore as long as my opponent doesn't shuffle around his team too much. So yeah, a battle of two very, very pacey players there. Davies just positioned perfectly there. Didn't really have to do too much, to be honest. Just right place at the right time. Oh, interesting opportunity there. Ball bounced awkwardly, but we've dealt with it. Oh, nice. Alphonso sticking his foot out there, denying the pass to Adama. Adama's going to try and get past Alphonso, but just a simple tackle there. Ball's into touch. Witsel goes out wide to Adama. Is he going to try and outpace Alphonso? He's going to try. He's not going to succeed, and we're going to absolutely just floor him. We're going to put him on the floor and steal the ball. Okay, half-time has come around, and it's all square at the break. Won't lie, it's been a tight game, and yeah, you can see that my opponent's definitely had, you know, the bigger share of possession. He's definitely better on the ball than me, so we're just going to have to try and stay strong defensively if we want to have a chance in this game. Despite not having a shot, I feel like we've had the best quote-unquote chance in this game. We just didn't shoot in time when we had the chance, but whatever. Let's go. Dama's going to try and get round, but Alphonso, once again, is there to deny him. He's going to get the ball out the wing. Ball's down the wing. Dama's going to try and take on Alphonso Davies, but once again, not getting through. Nice from Davies there. Just sticking to Adama like glue and closing him down. Adama is just not learning his lesson. He is just not learning his lesson. Alphonso's just not letting him through. Berner coming out wide now. Alphonso just, he's so fast. He just, even when he's not even close to marking them, he's so fast enough to, like, so fast to track back and just eventually gets the ball. And there is full time. I won't lie, I feel like we've stolen one there. The game has ended in a 2-1 scoreline. We were 2-0 up, and then in injury time, unfortunately, did eventually concede. But yeah, very, very good performance, especially defensively, to be honest, because, as I say, we were under pressure for a lot of that match. Here we go then, next match up, we come up against this, League One side, an okay one as well. It's got the new rule breaker Denia in the right centre-back role, and the Depay and Ben Yedder to watch out for. And it's going to be Gelson Martins up against Alphonso as well, so another very pacey attacker. Alphonso up against Gelson, who's got the quickest bit of pace. It's going to be Davies, who gets the minor victory there with a block, but ultimately we have given away a corner. Uh-oh, don't like that. Martins is in behind, but luckily Alphonso Davies is in hot pursuit, and he's so quick. He does well to just steal the ball as well there from the Portuguese winger. It's not a bad ball down the line either, which Kounde will actually get on the end of. Let's just ping this across the box to see what chaos we can cause. Oh, almost scored off it. Well, at the break, it is 1 goal apiece, and you can tell what type of game it's been just from the stats. So yeah, let's hope for a better second 45. Let's skip past one. They're going to put the ball on the inside, and now we've started a nice counter-attack, but Kounde just couldn't get past it all. Nice from Davies there. Closing down, keep that in, keeper. Come on, we're in a rush here. So the game's just ended, and unfortunately we did lose, and I won't lie, this goal right now is just still annoying me because of the absolute mess that it is. Like, pick the ball up, keeper, and tackled him a few times in there, just couldn't clear the ball. Whatever, it is what it is. 3-2 loss. Alphonso actually played quite well in that game though. Yeah, I thought he did really well tracking back and stopping attacks, but wasn't to be on the full-time scoreline. Let's move on into next match. A really good Premier League team awaits us in the next game, and there's a couple of players in interesting roles. He has got a very pacey backline because he's got 3 right-backs in the starting 11. 3. Kyle Walker's playing centre-back, as is Wan-Bissaka. Don't know how that's going to end up for him, turn out for him. Let's find out. Come forward, there's a big gap here, so let's just try and sprint through it because he is pretty quick. Ball's whipped in, he's moved his keeper a bit, but we still created a good chance. Unfortunately, couldn't convert from it. Chance from the corner. Ball is whipped in. Alphonso Davies with a header. Unfortunately, steered wide. I think my opponent thought about running down this wing and then thought, you know what, Alphonso's pretty fast. Let's not do that. Oh, Alphonso, the initial block. And then wins the ball in the second. Oh, he's giving it a foul. But he's still there. He's still just trying to win the ball. It's a tight one. At the break, it's just 1-0, but hopefully we can keep a clean sheet in this game. Got a lot of defending to do there first. Oh, I don't know what happened there, but the ball ended up at the feet of Davies, and we have a chance to counter. And we have a chance to counter. Can we? Oh, Mbappe, why are you not sprinting? It's like you're running in treacle there. Ball's whipped in, but Davies positioned well. Kind of deals with it. It's not the best clearance, and I don't know what my opponents decided to do there. And there is full time. So the game actually ends in a 3-2 scoreline. It got a bit scrappy towards the end of that game. Davies was not at fault for either of the goals. So yeah, there is that too. No, I actually thought he had a fairly solid game in that match, to be honest. Like, the rating system on FIFA is just dumb. Like, he could have missed about 20 tackles in that game, but if he'd scored in it, his overall rating by EA would have been like a 9 out of 10. So ignore the rating system. A solid performance once more from the fullback. Right then, we've had a few outings with Alphonso Davies' road to the final item. It's now time to give a review of the card, and honestly, it's just a really good card. It's one of them that if you come up against it in champs, you've got to avoid it. Don't be running down the wings against this card because you'll probably, well, in fact, you are not going to outpace it because it's so quick in game. Even if you do beat it for pace, like you get a yard on it, he's going to come back. He's just so quick, it's ridiculous. It really, really is. Obviously, the pace is a massive pro, so I've just put it on there 3 times just so you know that you know. Very, very quick in game, if I haven't established that already. Defensively, also pretty solid as well. I like his stand tackle ability, and his side tackles are also very, very good. And he makes plenty of intercepts as well, which is pretty much what you want in a defender. Physically as well, he battles a good amount. His strength isn't amazing, but it's pretty good. And because he's also got relatively high aggression, he fights for the ball a lot, and that makes him very, very good for just winning the ball back in those one-on-one wing situations. His stamina also held up quite nicely as well. If you're running with him down the wings a lot, he will tire a bit, but if you just use him as a left back, just keep him in that role, you won't have too many issues there. Also, aerially, he impressed me a bit as well. I didn't expect him to be winning too many aerial battles, but he did, so that is another positive. Also, dribbling for a fullback is outstanding, to be honest. If he was a left mid, I don't think I'd be saying it's outstanding, I'd be saying it's good, but for a defender, dribbling is to a very, very high standard, and I also think his passing once more is to a very good standard as well, so that is all very, very positive. The only minor negative I had with this card was occasionally it does shoot out of line, but you could obviously tell him to stay back while attacking to avoid him just, you know, pushing forward every now and then. But even when he does shoot out of line, like I've already said, he's got the pace to be able to get back and make up the space that he has lost. So yeah, all in all, brilliant left back card, and I don't want to come up against this item often. It is definitely one of the best fullbacks in the game at the moment, and like, Bayern Munich are likely going to get through their group. They're currently top, and I think they're 1 win away from qualification, so already this card is going to be 86 rated as soon as the group stage end, and who knows how far Bayern Munich will go in the competition. If they go really far, like, what if they win it again? This card will be, without doubt, one of the best fullbacks ever in Ultimate Team because it's already brilliant. So, yeah, I understand why this card has such a high price tag. People are seeing the potential in this card. It's already one of the best left backs in the game, if not the best left back, and yeah, it's only going to get better. So yeah, this is definitely one to watch out for. So let's answer that question actually. Do I believe he is the best left back in the game right now? In an attacking sense, I reckon he probably is when going forward, but defensively, I think I give Mendy a little bit of an edge right now, just with his physicals, just seemingly being a little bit better. But as soon as this Davies gets upgraded, I think he will become the best left back in the game. So something to note there. Still absolutely brilliant, and if you can afford to have this guy in your team, I promise you, you won't be disappointed. The card is absolutely class. Also offers good utility value as well. You could use him at left mid if you wanted a defensive left mid, and you could even use him as a CDM if you wanted to as well. I feel like he could play in that role really, really well. So yeah, very happy with the card, as you can tell by the rating, and ultimately it's just a top draw item, top draw defensive card. Anyway, we're going to wrap the video up there. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do drop a like rating on it. If you've got any questions about the card, put them in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.